Alright, it's time for another week of ZTGD Radio. This is episode 876 for January 5th, 2026. And on the show this week we have Anthony.
I've arrived in 2026. It's worse than 2025 already. Let's go.
We got Terrence.
What's up? I don't have anything.
You don't have anything to complain about?
Not yet. No. Yeah.
And we got the Wombat.
Did his intro in 30 FPS instead of 120 FPS.
That's the only way you can hear it.
That's right. It's true.
Oh, shit.
That's fine. Keep making fun of my disability. Eventually, I'm going to file an ADA claim against you.
That's fine. I don't care.
For insulting that poor little cross-eyed baby child.
The judge take a look at that picture, he'd be like, "No, that's fucked up. He can't see it. You fine." Anyway,
poor little fucked up baby child.
I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to get my bearings back because I've been off work for like almost 2 weeks.
Same.
I don't even know how to function right now. I'm like, oh shit, like this morning was the first time I set my alarm. I was like, I gotta get back into the groove. Oh. Been wonderful though. Been very, very nice not doing anything for 2 weeks.
Good.
But anyway, let's kick off with the games. Anthony, you want to start us off?
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
That's in my top 10 of the year. That game is fantastic.
Yeah, that I'm almost done. I'm pretty sure.
Jesus Christ, you jade that shit,
dude.
How many bananas are you up to now?
Fuck if I know. I have all the bananas so far. I just finished. See, if I say the layer, it'll be a spoiler. So I'm just gonna say a character that shows up that isn't surprising. I just saw.
What's the layer number?
I don't fucking know. 1,000 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I just did that layer, and then I'm on to the next one. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. It's a cavern. That's all I know. I'm about to get what I assume is the last bonanza, unless there's one more that they haven't put a shadow in the upgrade menu for. I don't. Yeah. So I'm almost done that. I really like that game. Obviously, it is not as good as Mario Odyssey.
I mean, okay.
I know, but there's some stuff
where I just bar.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. And I'm not saying like I'm expecting it to be Odyssey level. There's not as many collectibles, just outright. It just there isn't, and that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. The setup is very similar. Obviously, the destruction mechanic is very clearly the focus. I think the map system is great. Does it chug a bit? Yeah, but I mean, it's also doing a lot. It just kind of pulls out and drops some. Like, it's a very smooth transition, which I've never really seen before. And the fact that it actually works, a 3D map actually works for once, without having to be wireframes. Like, the only other map I can think of that's 3D that works like that is Metroid Prime 1 and then Air 4 2. It just most of the time 3D maps are confusing. So it's really well done. I like the fact that, like, if you just turn on what bananas that you've already collected, you can kind of figure out, if you follow them by numbers, where the other bananas will be. It's neat. But the thing that kind of got me today was that I did some. So last night I was in the The layer where I got the third bonanza, right? No, hold on, fourth bonanza. I'm only talking to Ken at this point. Really.
Torrent layer.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I got that one, and I did this little. You know how in Mario Odyssey, where if you got like what felt like out of bounds, it's like they knew you could get there still. Like, oh, I got out of bounds, and there's a fuck ton of coins up here. It felt like they took a moment and they went, we know you can do this. It's not necessary, but we have something up here for you. I've done a lot of that in this game, only to find nothing. And I'm like, if all that work gets me nothing, like, but just digging through the ground gets me gold, I just feel like, oh, like there's this little extra touch that I'm just missing. That, you know, like just kind of keeps it a little further away from Mario Odyssey than initially expected, or sort of assumed just by gameplay. So that one was kind of irritating. I mean, most of the bosses have been pushovers. Switch to Bonanza, fucking punch him in the face. All right, fair enough. I am not upset about that.
The boss for that torrent layer is my favorite so far.
That it keeps running away.
Yeah, and
I was dying. The third time I went, oh no, you asshole.
Well, and just the mechanic of getting it on the ground is
I but it was just so funny. I'm like, oh goddamn! Like by the second time, I just went, I should have known. I should have known better. I should have known that wasn't the end.
Right.
But and then I've done 1, 2, 3. Hold on, 1, 2, 3 layers since that. There's one that I just went, oh, this was clearly like you have a power. We're giving you the fucking space to use it. I'm like, all right, that's pretty good. But yeah, no, it's still a great game. It's just one of those things where it was just like, specifically on the layer I mentioned as my sort of positioning there, there was some floating islands that are not difficult to get to, but there's also no reason to get to them. And I was just like, why the fuck are they here then? Because like that was one thing Odyssey did, where it's like if it's there, there's some sort of functionality to it. And I just felt like some of that was missing in this game. Most of the worlds don't have that problem, but I've seen it as I get further in. There's just like on the torrent level, and then the previous mentioned one. I'm like, why are these spaces here if there's nothing happening to them? There was like a mini game that they introduced, and I just kind of cheated my way to victory. I was like, all right. I'm like, as soon as I realized, I'm like, why am I doing this way? I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cheat. So yeah, made that really simple. The other game I've been playing, it won't make game of the year because I just haven't played enough, but it's called Pipistrello, I think is how it's pronounced. And the Cursed Yo-Yo. That's a Zelda game. Holy shit. Really, really good sense of humor. You are a bat who has a yo-yo. And
what it is? It's a bat. I couldn't figure out what kind of animal it was.
So I had to look it up because, okay, so you meet some of the family members. So like the first character you meet is the aunt. And then there's like some other ones, and I'm like, are they fucking cats? Like the ant.
Based on the trailer, I thought it was some kind of rabbit. So I have no idea.
Like, is it? I'm like, okay. So I was looking at it, and I'm like, so I'm looking at the main character. I'm like, is it well, first of all, its ears look like a stag beetle. So, like a stag beetle's pincers. So I'm like, am I supposed to be some sort of bug or something? Like, I don't fucking know. And then I'm like, I don't think so, because it's got like an animal face rather than a bug face. Then I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I've got no fucking clue. And then meet the ant, and I'm like, well, that looks like a cat. So I'm like, okay, so cats, sure. And then I meet a cousin, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I am. So I looked it up. Pipistrello is like Italian for bat. So, wow, okay. I guess that makes sense. It's a fucking Zelda game. It very clearly sort of inspired by Minish Cap more than other games, just because it's a Game Boy Advance looking game. Which I always kind of like that aesthetic, because it's got the bold colors with like usually dark outlines. Really neat mechanic, because the yo-yo can bounce on angled walls. So there's a bit of puzzle solving there. Bit of free roam, surprisingly, which is another thing that takes from Minish Cap, where like certain people in the city will ask you for missions. It kind of reminds me of the Kinstone Fusion stuff, except more fun, because it's actual missions rather than like, I found this piece, why don't we put them together? Oh, I've unlocked something across the map.
That totally reminded me of I want the knife from the Golden Child.
Fuck, I've not seen that movie.
Such a good movie.
man, that's a great movie.
I want the knife.
The upgrade system is unique. So what happens is your cousin will give you like an upgrade, but will not take old money for it. You have to collect the money. Like, you go into debt, essentially. And the debt is that it gives you like a minus attack, -1 heart, whatever. And you have to earn enough money to pay it off. So while you're collecting coins, half goes to you and half goes to the debt. And then when you're finished, you go back to her, and she takes away the negative, and you only have the positive. You can only take on one upgrade at a time. So it's kind of interesting that way. There's badges that affect how things work as well. I haven't played a ton of it, which is why it won't make my Game of the Year list. But yeah, holy shit.
In a game full of animals, they missed an opportunity to not have it be badgers that affect everything instead of badges.
Badgers?
That is a good point.
Don't need no stinking badgers.
But yeah, the writing is well done. It's weird because it's like there's animals and then there's just slimes. Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? Just a bunch of slime construction workers keep confusing me for somebody, which is kind of funny because like clearly I don't look like whoever they think I am. They're like, "Where's your badge?" I'm like, I don't think you know who you're talking to. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the way it works. There's little hideouts everywhere, which is kind of your save spots, so you can heal. It is difficult. It's not like an easy game, but it's also not like super hard. I'm very impressed with the design of the game so far. So I'm not surprised because I will say like I think I have give me a second. I'm opening it up now. I think I have all of the sort of Game of the Year places that I would need to know, and Pipistrello does make it was number. So I will say this: I went and wrote down the top 50 Metacritic games of the year, which I figured was a good sort of basis for what did well this year. I did have to remove some stuff from it. This will be more important next week, I guess. So I didn't include oh god, what's the follow up to Undertale? Deltarune, yeah. So Deltarune made like some Game of the Year lists. I removed it from there because it's not done. I tried not to take uh, early access stuff. But Deltarune still has a chapter or two that's going to be added. So I'm like, well, I'm not saying it's not a great game, but like it's also not finished. So I didn't include Deltarune, which would have made the list. And number 1 and number 3 on Metacritic this year was the Switch 2 versions of Tears of the Kingdom at number 1 and Breath of the Wild at number 3. So I didn't include those.
Yeah, it was like I saw Nintendo dudes celebrating that. I'm like,
and I'm like,
no.
The game has had what, fucking almost a decade at this point, like
fucking
9 years to be good. Thanks, guys.
Breath of the Wild is like
Ocarina of Time, greatest game ever made since what, 1998? Fuck yourself. So I didn't include that. I didn't include DLC either because
how many people fucking reviewed the Switch 2 patch? That seems insane to me. Like,
dude, it has like 90s.
But I mean, how many people reviewed it? Though?
Enough, clearly, though, because it wouldn't have made the list if it didn't have a certain amount of.
Like, why?
It needs to have a minimum. Because let's be honest, Ken, what came out for the Switch 2 that was like you need to play again or jump out to you? Like there was
Donkey Kong,
Mario Kart. No, Donkey Kong came out after.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not talking about launch. I'm just talking about what came out this year. It was Donkey Kong.
Right, no, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, when the Switch came out, right, that pack was available right away, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a launch pack.
Right, so
Mario
that's how
Odyssey
that gets
was
reviewed,
there. Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, so I didn't include that, but Pipistrello is on that list. If I removing all that, it was at number 23 this year.
It's crazy because I own that game and I don't remember it at all.
It made Open Critics list as well. Again, I had to remove reissues and DLCs. And then it made no other list. So it's funny that it did well enough to get into the Metacritic and the Open Critic top lists. But I have Inverse, Rolling Stone, Time, Forbes, Games Radar Plus, which, by the way, don't go to that website. It is a fucking mess. AP, Vulture, The Guardian, Polygon, GameSpot, Game Informer, Game Rant, and IGN. And none of them have Pipistrello on their list of greatest games of the year.
Yeah, Games Radar's been a mess for a long time, by the way.
Oh, I know, but like, it's just like, fuck, man. You go to the website and my fucking computer slowed to a crawl because it was trying to load so many fucking ads.
Well,
my computer didn't. The browser did, but
do they still do the page by page thing where everything's like 15 pages instead of one?
It was definitely multiple pages, but it was only like 3, I think. But it was just like game ad, game ad, game ad, ads on the side. I'm like trying to block them. It's a fucking, yeah, it's a mess. So I have the list done, thank God. But yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. I think I ended up loading it up on my phone so I could fucking do it. So I'm going to see how many we can cross off and get mentioned in our top 10s. And then I'll send you all the list so you can see what you missed.
I think this year we got a pretty good chance of hitting most of them.
You would be surprised. Now, some of them, like, I tried to keep them, like, if it was, I tried to keep them 25. The only one I went over and did top 50 was Metacritic. Problem was that like GameSpot and IGN just didn't have rankings. They were just like, here's the order of score. Alphabetical score and then alphabetical. So, spoiler, I guess. GameSpot gave Hades 2 a 10 out of 10, and they gave Split Fiction a 10 out of 10.
It don't matter. Expedition 33 already won everything. Don't matter.
Well, that, yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Inverse, Rolling Stone, Time, Games Radar Plus, and AP gave Claire Obscure Game of the Year.
I can tell you it is not my Game of the Year.
Oh, and Game Informer, sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
It's not my Game of the Year because I didn't play it.
I was going to say, you didn't play it, so...
Right.
I think Terrence and I are the only people that played it on here.
Yeah, I played it, but it's not my Game of the Year.
Yeah,
It's
it's
on the
not
list.
mine either.
Over here.
So yeah, that'll be next week, right? I think
I mean, it's whenever everybody's available. I'm cool with.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll have mine ready then.
I think next week's good.
Oh, yeah, I've got my list. I haven't put it in any order. I could tell you Claire Obscure is not even in my top 5 if it's on my list at all.
It's not on mine either.
Oh.
So
Wow.
We'll see.
It's not on my list.
It's not in my top. Well, you ain't, but yeah, it's not in my top 5. But I have it on there like in my head, like you. I have a list of games, but I have not ranked them yet. But I have all the stuff that I. But yeah, I'll put it in order.
I think I've got mine down to like 15 or 16, and I just gotta cut them off and put them in order.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good games this year.
Yep, but that's it for me. So
all right, Terrence, you want to roll?
I'm going to play Anthony's usual role here. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I played.
please, mine was a tribute act to Wombat. So
wow!
It's not my thing. You got to pay.
Shit wasn't old enough.
Yeah, it's
Your
true.
shit wasn't old enough.
Shit came out in the 20s. Yes, don't count.
Also, I don't recall hearing any Eurojank when you were talking, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was devoid of Eurojank. It did not have any of that.
Not enough too human up in here.
Beware the taint. It's no good. Yeah, be careful. I watched that video. That was long as hell. Oh, my God. That somebody sent... I like that little YouTuber's intro, like the music that he has for his intro. But I watched that. That wasn't Two Human. It was Two Worlds, I think.
Yeah, it was Two Worlds.
That's Madular.
Two humans, two worlds. Those are both like interchangeable on this podcast.
It's too much.
There's a point in that
definitely too much
video where he covers a guy, one of the guys that worked on it, who was just being a dickhead to like the biggest fan of that series that like made the wiki. Yep. And I'm just like, I hope if you make a game, no one gives a fuck and you make zero money. Like, that's such a dickhead thing to do to somebody.
I mean, he already did that once.
Right? Well, that's true. He only did it twice. He did it twice worlds.
Twice worlds.
Maybe the taint was our attitude all.
It's true.
Twice worlds.
Fuck him.
Okay. Ken gave me a game for review. Taxi Chaos 2. I only played the intro. It's essentially Crazy Taxi we have at home. I almost feel like it might be the Temu version. Actually, it might even not be the one we have at home. It might just be Temu Crazy Taxi. But I got to play a little bit more because I only did like the little intro bit. The driving was very arcadey and loose. Going through the town, your car is very bouncy and stuff. I did see, like, I guess you can upgrade the car. So unlike, Crazy Taxi where you had, like, different characters that had different skills, you just, like, are one guy. Some old retiree.
One guy.
Basically, yeah, he's like some old guy from New York out here, go to drive this cab in Florida for this chick. It's an AI cab, of course, because everything is AI, so that the car talks.
Sure.
But
does it have the offspring? That's the big question.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah.
The answer is not. Yeah.
It's not. No. But yeah, I'll have more on that later. Like I said, I didn't play too much of it, and then I kind of just been revisiting. Like I said, making my list for making my way through that list. I was trying to work that song in there. There's no way I can really do that, but making my list for my
That's all I want.
I was revisiting stuff. What else? Oh, so I played just a bunch of stuff that I'd already reviewed and everything, trying to make, and then some stuff that I had reviewed that I was wondering if they had patched and actually fixed, like Eternal Strands. I rebooted up, which they put a lot of. They must have patched that game a lot because it did not feel half as floaty as I think it felt at launch. But beyond that, more Yakuza 0. I've been spending a lot of time in my cabaret. I really, really like that mode. And it's crazy. You literally can dress up those girls like Barbie dolls, like the ones that are platinum rank. Like you can pick their clothes and their hair and their perfume.
And it alters their stats.
Yep, I was just going to say that. It all alters their stats. It's crazy. Like but I really like the cabaret, the little like nightclub management of that. It's a lot of fun. Like I've paused the story stuff and literally I've just been doing the cabaret stuff. And then I've been playing Arc Raiders and Monster Hunter because they put that Elder Dragon in a couple weeks ago. And I've managed to beat it one time. I'm still pretty not under level, but like under prepared. Like my armor, I need armor spheres. And if you play that game, you know that's a grind in and of itself to get these armor spheres. So I need to get my armor leveled up. But yeah, that's really it.
I'm gonna be curious if anybody has that game in their disappointed list, because it's like, I remember all you guys playing Monster Hunter like the last few versions, and like that's all you talked about for like 6 months. This game, people stopped talking about 2 weeks after it came out, and have not talked about it since. Like this is the first time I've heard you guys talk about it like forever, which is crazy.
No, it's not on my disappointments list.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's all like I said. I just have a list.
I got to go back to it. That's my problem. My problem is it came out, and then not too long after it came out, I started playing Kingdom Come, and that sort of just took over everything. So
yeah.
I got to go back to it. I haven't played enough of it to have much of an opinion on it either way, other than the fact that I liked what I played, but I just haven't. I got to go back to it.
Yeah, and you're right. It did. The discourse around it did drop off. And I've even seen that in some of like the Reddit posts and stuff that I've went to, because I've been in there like looking for help for builds and different things. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I think a lot of the fan base feels like it's too easy. They feel like the game in the front part of it is way too easy, and then once you do get to the high rank stuff at the end, I guess they feel like that's not enough of a challenge. I don't know. That's the discourse that I'm seeing, that the hardcore players, like the Jays, who probably play every single one that's come out, they felt like this one was a little easy. And he hasn't even played it. Like I saw him come on there because he's on my friends list on there. He popped on there to fight the Elder Dragon a couple weeks ago. And then that was it. But I mean, he hadn't been on there for months. So like,
well, but to be fair, he got himself up to like a ridiculously high.
Yeah, he's like 700 and something. Yeah.
He played it a lot. Yeah, he did it a lot at the beginning, and then stopped playing it because.
I guess that there is that. But there are people, because I guess the max level hunter rank is like 999, and I've had some people jump in my parties that are that high, and I'm like, damn, like y'all. You love this guy. Like I am 135, I think is what my hunter rank is. It's like 100 and it's under 140. I know that, somewhere in the 130s, and I feel like that, took me a while. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like it's just crazy. But anyway, and then I did reinstall Chivalry 2, and that game still is a lot of fun.
I love that game.
Yeah, it's still a lot of fun. Still hella players too. Like I quickly got in matches and everything, but yeah, it's still good. But that is essentially it.
All right, move on to the Wombat.
All right. So I have also played a decent amount of Donkey Kong Bonanza this week in preparation for Game of the Year. So I'm not quite as far as Anthony, but I'll say relatively close to where he's at. And yeah, it's a fantastic game. I agree. I don't quite like it as much as Mario Odyssey, but Mario Odyssey is tremendous. So it's not really a shot to say that it's not quite as good as Odyssey, because Odyssey was exceptionally good. And then I played more Kingdoms of the Dump. I'm still really liking that game, and I will still say that if you are a person who likes sort of Super NES turn-based RPGs, that you should check that game out, because it's very much a Super Nintendo-ass RPG. And then what I've been playing most this week is I finally picked up, because it was on sale and because I had a gift card, I finally picked up Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Hell yeah.
That game just fucking rocks.
Yes, it does.
Literally with that soundtrack.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, this really feels like it's so Dynasty Warriors. Long time listeners of the podcast will know about my affinity for the Dynasty Warriors series. But you want to talk about a series that fell off. That thing fell off a cliff. To the point where basically it was a guarantee that any other sort of warrior style game that Omega Force put out was going to be better than Dynasty Warriors. And this game really sort of takes the reins back, I feel like, for the franchise, and makes it much more like much more to the quality of the 2 and 3. I love the way, so the setup for folks who haven't played it. You have kind of it's not really an open world, right? It's just like a map where your character is a giant on the map. That's the way it looks, at least.
It's yeah.
But so you have these story battles, right? That are exactly what you think of when you think of Dynasty Warriors. They're these huge maps with a whole bunch of different sort of pathways and bases to capture. And as you're battling on the map, you'll come across officers, and some of the officers are stronger than others, and killing an officer is usually the way to either finish off capturing a base, or to weaken the opponent's morale, which makes all their regular soldiers less dangerous. But this game really puts a lot more emphasis on sort of the one-on-one of fighting officers. So, you have a parry mechanic that you can use to parry attacks from the officers. You have a bunch of special moves and battle arts and stuff like that. And then if you break their fortitude is what they call it, but it's essentially like poise or whatever else you would call it in a different game. You get an assault option on the officer where you basically do a whole bunch of attacks in a row that really takes a huge bite out of their health. And then so you got the main sort of story battles, but in between, after you sort of capture a region, there will be little skirmishes that pop up within that region that you have to go back and do if you want to keep the peace up. And so there'll be like bandits have taken over this base, you need to take it back. And it'll be like a super quick 5-minute sort of battle. And then there's medium level battles, I think they're called missions, where it's like halfway between sort of a really short 5-minute battle and one of the big, long, massive ones that pop up in the regions as well that you can do. And they're all optional, but you're going to want to do them because it increases your character's level, which makes you stronger, and also gives you currency, which you need to buy better weapons and stuff like that. There's a ton of weapons in this game. I've only unlocked, I think, 4 so far, and there's still, I think, 6 left to unlock. So yeah, there's a ton. There are 5 left to unlock. So yeah, there's a ton of different weapons that your character can use in this game. It's a little different because you're not picking one of the existing characters to play as. You have a character that you play as, and he's got his own little sort of backstory. But he can use any of the weapons. So you can kind of pick and choose depending on what you want to use in each battle, or what weapon you have that's the strongest, or maybe you just got a new battle art that only applies to spears and you want to use a spear in this battle. But yeah, I mean it's Dynasty Warriors, right? So if you have ever liked Dynasty Warriors, you'll like this one because it's better than most of them. But it's cool because you can also, if you die, you can choose from when you want to basically restart the battle. So it's got almost like a rewind feature, where there are different events that happen throughout the battle that basically function as checkpoints. And you can, if you die, you can choose to restart the battle from any of those checkpoints. You don't have to restart the whole thing over again. Or you can restart the whole thing over again if you want to.
But it's weird because it just drops your dead corpse onto the field where you chose.
That would be a pretty interesting way to handle it. But it's it's a tremendous Dynasty Warriors game, and it is making its way into my top 10 the more I play of it.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's
excellent game.
On my list. It has new DLC that comes out this month too for it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really good.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to continuing to play it. And it's long too, or at least it seems long.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more of this. And it's I don't know, man. There's just something about, I know not everybody likes these games, but to me, there's just something about this giant battle where you kill 1,000 enemies, and it keeps track of how many you've killed. There's just something about these games.
If you listen carefully, you can hear him smashing the button as he's...
Yeah, you can.
Killing thousands of enemies.
I'll put it up to there. It's there's a tax on Y too, so you can't just mash the X button over and over again. But
no, you gotta mash XXY, XXY,
right, that's right.
XY.
So that actually, you have to have like some skill. Like you can only get so far with button mashing in this one.
It's true.
You kind of have to block and stuff. And like you said, the emphasis on the like general battles. God, I love it. Like when you're in a fight and like the soldiers like make a ring while you're fighting, like their general or whatever. Like so awesome.
Yeah, and they also the sometimes depending on their morale, the generals will basically, I don't know a way to put it other than to say they kind of like supercharge the enemies right around them, and so you can use the same sort of there's several different interrupt attacks that you can burn meter on that will basically take them back to normal, and then you can assault them too, just like you could a general. Again, if you've ever enjoyed a Dynasty Warriors game, at least play the demo. Because I think if you've ever enjoyed any of these games, you'll like this one because it's really, really good.
Yep.
I'm really glad to see that they've sort of figured out a way to bring this series back to a place of prominence. Because it's been so bad for so long. They all sell, right? That's why they keep making them.
Because we all hope like this is the one.
But yeah, this one's actually really good, which is nice. And that's really it.
All right. Oh, I finished Metroid Prime 4. I think that was my big game.
Are you done? Did you win, son?
I enjoyed the game. I know you that game killed your dog or something. I know you don't like it.
No, so here's the issue. The gameplay's okay, not great. And so I'm like, well, I'll fall back on the story. The story's worse. So what the fuck I get it. They had to, take pieces and make what they could out of it, but it's embarrassing as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is not a very, like, just the, hey guys, you know that thing that we've like kind of been like teasing for the last decade about Silex? Yeah, don't, we're just teasing you more. Fuck off. Like, all right, cool. Thanks, guys. I'm really glad that payoff came with nothing.
Yeah, I wasn't waiting on any payoff.
I know you weren't, but
Samus
like,
make ball.
this game.
Samus make ball. What?
Yeah, that's one thing. Look, I had my issues with Dread, but let's be honest, that final sequence, like the final boss fight, just all of it, that kicked ass. That made you go, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I have not felt that at any point in time in Metroid Prime 4. I have gone, all right, cool, that's cool, can't wait to use this, and then immediately disappointed with the fact that, like, oh, okay, well, I now have to go across the fucking desert again.
See, it killed his dog.
People have said that it's similar to the Triforce hunt in Wind Waker.
It's not.
No, the Triforce hunt, you could go to other islands and solve the puzzles and clean up. There's not really anything to do in this game. I'm sorry, like,
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you want a desert? Do you want an accurate desert? There's nothing in it. Yeah, okay.
All
right, well,
I don't know. I know that I was one of the few people on this podcast that really enjoyed Metroid Dread. But I think I enjoyed Metroid Dread because I just don't really care about Metroid that much.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't like Dread for some of the choices that were made, but I also never said like some of the moves away from what I liked about Metroid were definitely missing. Like, I don't like the melee counter system because you have a gun, and that just kind of makes me quite, like, it made sense because in Samus Returns a bit more, because it was usually like certain enemies, but it felt like every enemy had to be done that way in Dread. But other than that, like, and a little bit of like better funneling, in my opinion, but that seems to be just a me problem. There were just some weird design decisions, but I never was like, this isn't Metroid. Like I described in our chat, like, Prime 4 feels like Ocarina of Time, but with a first-person shooter. Except that, like, the enemies attack with melee a lot, but in Ocarina of Time you have a melee weapon, and you don't have that in Metroid, so, like, all the enemies kind of just rush at you, I find, and jump around, but I have a gun. The lock-on system's not fantastic, and the world's not really connected at all, and that's fine for an N64 game, but, like, we are how many generations past? If there was, it's sad, but, like, if there was a connection that wasn't the fucking desert to Fury Green, which you have to go back to multiple times, that game would be a lot better. Like, if I could just get back to Fury Green to get my upgrades without going through the fuck off desert, I would feel better about that game. But then you wouldn't have to have the bike. But the bike is only useful, really, to go across a desert that has nothing in it. So, it's a weird game, and it's like, it's a disappointment. It's not the worst game ever made, but, like, it's just surprisingly middling for a series that has been mostly consistent. Like, I couldn't tell you that Dread was a 6.57. It just isn't. Even if I didn't love it, it was made better than that. I can absolutely tell you that this game is like a 6.57. I don't think the combat feels great. I haven't had any moments except for like the first boss battle, where I went, "Oh, that's really cool." I mean, I guess I kind of liked the fire areas boss. I could not tell you what the ice level boss was again. I did it. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, it's like, okay, all right, it's there. So
I liked it. I enjoyed the game. It has issues, for sure. Some of that is the traversal, of course. But I don't know. I enjoyed the game. I had fun with it. I enjoyed all the sections. The mines were not my favorite. And it does kind of end. Like you build up to the last big thing. You go in and the boss fight's great. I really enjoyed the final boss fight. And then the credits roll. And I'm like, oh, okay. Guess that's over. But other than that, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't know. I'm not as offended by this game. It's not my favorite Prime game. Certainly not my favorite Metroid game. But I do like it more than I know I like it more than 3. I don't know if I like it more than 2.
I could hear out people not liking or not liking 3. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. I could understand someone saying I like 4 more than 3. Fair enough. 3 is very different and more of a plot-driven game. But I if someone said they like this more than 2, I don't know what they're interested in this series.
I mean, I don't know that that's a fair statement. Like,
I do, because I don't think this game doesn't feel like any of the other ones in terms of like setting, tone, gameplay. So if you're like, I really like this game, but then it's like, well, why would you start with 4? And if you didn't, right, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you played 2, this is such a departure, so you just kind of forced yourself to play through the previous games. Like, I wouldn't understand it. I could understand someone liking this more than Hunters, even though I think I would disagree with that, like, because, you know, it is a mobile DS game, and it looks like a DS game. But, like, I don't know. I fundamentally think this moves away from anything that I go to Metroid for. But I'm also at the point where I'm just like, maybe I just don't like fucking Metroid anymore, which is fair, you know?
I mean, I kind of get that feeling, because this game does. I mean, it is more Zelda than Metroid, but come to fuck on, we're splitting hairs at that point. They're both gated platformers.
I know, but
like,
it's just, but yeah, but Zelda doesn't feel like this anymore either, for a good reason, because this feels like it. This has the setup of Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time. That game is, what, almost 30 years old at this point?
Yeah, and I still think it's better than most modern games. I would just...
Yeah, I don't think like Zelda's moved on from that for a good reason. So
I mean, I like the new Zelda, but I still prefer the old
but I mean,
Zelda.
like even like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, like, that feels very archaic. I expect more from a current-ish game. I say current-ish because it's on Switch as well. So,
and I don't know. I'm just not that involved in it that I feel like everything has to evolve. I'm going to tie this into what I talk about next. I was revisiting a bunch of, like, just straight single player action adventure platform games from, like, the 360 era, and Jesus Christ, we don't get those anymore, and it fucking sucks.
You're gonna be more specific, because my first thought was Damnation.
Dude, maybe you have the problem if your first thought is Damnation.
No. Someone bought. So someone bought it and put it on. Like, they're like, here's some games I picked up recently, and Damnation was one of them. And I just went, I mean, for the price you paid is not terrible, but that is not a game I would pick up if I wasn't playing the worst games of the year when we did that.
I'm referring to the Assassin's Creed nation of every fucking thing, where it has to be this giant open world
Big
with
open world. Yeah, no.
these fucking
no.
RPG mechanics, and the game has to be 30 hours minimum, and it just like give me point A to point B action adventure game
Lost
that we
Planet
don't.
1.
I'm saying, like Dante's Inferno, the original God of Wars. You know, like I understand things evolve, and I appreciate that. I like to see new things. But at the same time, it's just like the Rogue thing or the Dark Souls thing of like, not everything has to be the fucking hot shit that's going on. And sometimes it's okay just to have a fun 10 to 15 hour game that just takes you from the point A to point B, you know, and you get these interesting areas and just, I don't know, it just...
I agree with you, Ken, 100%. But I will say that that's what you're describing has literally always been the case in gaming.
What do you mean?
We always end up with these consolidations around specific genres or aspects of genres.
Oh,
Every
sure.
generation this happens.
Medal of Honor turned into a brown shooter.
And they overdo it. And it's overdone at this point where like the stuff I'm talking about literally does not exist anymore. Like
How many fucking character action games did we have on the PlayStation 2?
Oh, too many.
Van
Too many.
Helsing.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Now that we don't have them, I fucking have a nostalgia for them now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I
no one
agree with
does.
your underlying. I agree with your underlying point, which is that too often what happens. I don't necessarily have a problem with there being a rush of Rogue games when people discover that Rogue is something that people like, because that always happens. But what is unfortunate is we're not great at going back all the time.
Well, they also change. Like games that were a thing are now a Rogue thing, or they're now a Souls thing, and I'm just like, I don't need you to be that. I need you to be what I enjoyed.
Yeah, like, I think that's some of those have more legs than others.
Sure.
Like you and I think disagree on this, but I think the two most recent God of Wars are better than all the old ones.
Oh, I 100% disagree on that. Yeah.
I think it was a positive change.
And like 2018, phenomenal. An stellar game. Ragnarok padded to fuck and so much bullshit in that game that it did not need to be there. And I don't even like all the old God of War games. I think, what the fuck was the name of the one? The fourth one that they made? Yeah, Ascension is not great. Like,
but I mean, Ascension was also the main teams moved on, and we haven't even. I don't think they gave it to the people that did the PSP games.
It's the Gears of War fucking Judgment game. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the Gears of War guys. It's the hold on.
The now I gotta look it up. You mean?
It's the hold on.
It's a quick Google search.
So quickly, while he's doing that, I just want to say, I'm not against things, staying, like I'm not against like Ocarina of Time style design, but when you have Metroid Prime and Prime 2 and everything feels like it's making steps in either lateral ways to do something different, or like, you know what I mean? Like they're making changes based on like this one's going to tell more stories, so it has to be a little bit more streamlined with 3. We have a different mechanic with 2. Hunters is based around fighting other bounty hunters that are like Samus, so that the system changes around it. It's the step backwards that feel like they're done without any reason. Like Echoes of Wisdom, right? It takes a step back to do something different. Link Between Worlds feels good because not only is it a step back to, a Link to the Past style gameplay, but they're making changes to make the game feel fresh still. And I just don't think there's enough of that outside of a motorbike in 4, where it doesn't feel like we've taken any steps forward. We've only stepped back to not really give anything extra. So I'm not against looking backwards and seeing what was done well, because you're right, Ken, there are games that you just don't get anymore that would feel fresh as soon as someone does it again. I mean, as much as I don't think it's making anybody's lists here, like Clair Obscur is popular for a reason. I'm not against that stuff, but like when you are sort of not even living up to your own sort of standards, like, yeah, that is somewhat upsetting. I didn't set those standards, you did. And I should have known better by the development time, fair enough. But I also had trusted the studio that was working on it to do something a bit better. And will I give them another shot? Yeah, it's Retro Studios. They haven't really missed until this point. But this is a miss, as far as I was concerned. There.
Yeah,
by
I
the
don't
way,
consider it a miss.
By the way, Ascension was Santa Monica.
Was it really?
I was thinking of the PSP games, which were Ready at Dawn.
Yeah, Ready at Dawn did the two PS, which those are
that's what
better
I
than
was trying to
Ascension.
think of.
Like those games are great.
I agree. Those PSP games are great.
Yeah. Fantastic games. They need to bring all those games back to the PS5.
Bring the PS3 games forward. Thank you.
Oh, the PS2 games.
Well, but you know what I mean, because they have the PS3.
Ascension was a PS3 game.
Yeah.
No, he's talking the PS2
God of War 2.
But I'm saying that they've remastered.
Literally, the only Greek game we can play on PS5 natively is 3. Right. And that's a travesty, because those games are fantastic.
It's also a travesty because it's literally the end of that storyline.
Yeah, so, you're getting the end of the trilogy. Do
you want to just watch the third Lord of the Rings movie before moving into The Hobbit? Like, what?
It's
miserable. Don't make me watch the Hobbit.
No, you don't want to sit for 9 hours to watch The Hobbit? What are you talking about?
Listen, I realize I may have implied that the new God of War games are The Hobbit, and nothing's The Hobbit. Nothing is as bad as that trilogy. Anyways.
You know, they told that entire story in a 90-minute cartoon back in the 80s, and it was fun.
And that cartoon by Rankin Bass is fantastic.
It is. I love that cartoon.
By the way, Ready at Dawn went from...
you're going to depress me, aren't you?
Went from making... So they first made the Daxter game, the Daxter standalone
that was
game
good.
on PSP.
That was good.
Yep. Then they made the 2 God of War games on PSP with Okami for the Wii in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The God of War Origins collection.
Yeah.
Then they made the Order 1886.
Fine. It game's fine.
And then they made a game that I don't even know what this is. Ken, you probably know what it is, called Deformers.
Deformers?
A multiplayer brawler. Yeah, I have no idea. Never heard of that.
It lasted like 2 minutes. Nobody cared.
And then they went and became Oculus Studios.
Oh, Christ.
And they made Lone Echo, Echo Arena, Echo Combat, and Lone Echo 2 for the Oculus Rift, and shut down in 2022.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, they technically closed in 2024. They haven't made a game since 2021.
That's like, I had to look up the other one because there was 2 studios that I still to this day am angry that Sony didn't.
Is it Bend?
No, the other one was High Impact.
Oh, High Impact, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they had their PSP team. So I think Nintendo's done a bit of this as well, in my opinion, which is kind of upsetting. But like, you had your mobile division and you had your console division, and the mobile division guys would do your spin-offs. So High Impact made Size Matters, which they ported to PS2. A lot of these games end up getting ported to PS2.
Yeah.
But Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, Secret Agent Clank, Jak and Daxter: The Lost Frontier. And those are all really good games that are kind of forgotten because they were on PSP and PS2 way late in the life cycle. But they're guys these are teams that worked on your franchises that, you don't really do a lot of anymore, because, Insomniac's busy with other things.
Marvel.
Marvel and, Naughty Dog's making games that I don't like. So, but you had people doing these franchises, and then you just got rid of them, because High Impact would then go on to do the Phineas and Ferb game Across the Second Dimension, which I've heard is okay. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 port they assisted on. They did DreamWorks Superstar Karts, that's with a Z, Super Ninja and Go-Go Fishing for iOS, Disney Princess My Fairy Tale Adventure, and that was 2012, I should say, and then their last game was canceled and they went defunct. And I know I've said this before, but those are the teams that they should have had working on all their old franchises. It's the same with the team that did...
Sly Cooper.
They've done the Sly Cooper game, where it's like,
Yeah.
your prestige studios have moved on to do other stuff. Have someone else work with the licenses that you still own.
I have a whole other hatred for Sony and their lack of caring about their older franchises. It's all fucking Last of Us, and Marvel. Like, I just...
Fuck. You know what
I like the Marvel games, but goddamn, I miss old PlayStation stuff.
Biggest complaint with the fact, like, fine, Naughty Dog doesn't make games I like anymore. Whatever.
Naughty Dog don't make games anymore.
Well, but that's just it. They just keep.
Hey, they're working on that. They're working on that outer space game.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Prophecy.
By the way,
whatever it is called, nobody cares. Fucking.
By the way, the developer you were talking about that made the Sly Cooper game for
Sanzaru,
PS4, right?
Yeah. Sanzaru, just made Asgard's Wrath 2 a couple years ago on MetaQuest.
Another team that went to Oculus.
Game.
It was a pretty big hit.
But another
Asgard's Wrath is good.
Remember when studios went from making shitty licensed games to making good games instead of going the other way?
Yep.
Makes me depressed.
Sanzaru, who also ported God of War Collection and the Sly Collection to PS Vita, were the only people that made decent Sonic Boom games. I won't say they were good, but they weren't the Wii U game. They were the 3DS ones. And then they did Tron Runner and a bunch of Oculus stuff. And they worked on the Spyro trilogy. But, like, that's it. And then they went to Oculus because, again, I just don't... Sony with their so many dead franchises.
Oh yeah, the Sony's first party studios is a graveyard of stuff that used to be household names and now is just dead because Last of Us. Like
the Astrobot is not a celebration. It's a memorial.
It is. It's a fucking memorial for what PlayStation used to be, and
all
it depresses
all your
me.
franchises are alive with AI robots.
And this is not exclusive to PlayStation. Xbox has done the same shit. Nintendo's the only one still carrying the torch.
Even Nintendo, sometimes.
Even Nintendo,
even Nintendo, but not to as much of a degree. Like
not as bad, but I mean, there are,
Well, I mean, how much time have we spent talking about? So not to take the platform holders out of it. How much time have we spent talking about Capcom and Mega Man, and then leaving Mega Man out in the cold for 20 years, or not 20 years, but for years now. Thankfully, they're changing that, but
they seem to have circled back around to getting, some of their older franchises back up and running, which is good. We all like to forget how bad Street Fighter V actually was. Like, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, wow, that game really kind of fucked up Street Fighter for a while.
That was the one that released on PS4, right?
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before I was on the show.
Yeah, that thing, and it did the free-to-play characters kind of thing, and
that's right, yeah.
Oh, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, especially after with the kind of reception that Street Fighter 4 got.
Oh, Street Fighter 4 was the GOAT, man. That thing was amazing.
That game was fantastic.
Yeah. 6 is a little bit back to form, but Street Fighter suffers from the same thing Mortal Kombat does. When you bring in new characters, it kind of loses its luster a little bit because people don't like the new characters.
Yeah, fair.
So, like, the main dude in Street Fighter 6, I couldn't tell you his name. I don't give two shits about him.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either, actually.
Yeah, he's on the cover, like.
Right.
His name is Cody.
At
least I think it's
what?
Cody.
His name's what?
No, it's not Cody. Cody's in there, but that's not who the main character is.
The dude with the blue vest and the funky hair. Like, I don't.
Jimmy Blue
You have to
Vest.
play him in the.
Jimmy
story
Blue Vest
mode
is out
thing.
here fighting.
Hold on, I'll
Fight
It's
for a
terrible
real
that
name.
he's the main character of a game that's been out for 2 years and we don't know his fight. That's the problem.
Yeah, the characters.
Luke.
Hold on.
Luke Sullivan.
Wow, that is an awful name.
Oh, he's the guy on the
Why?
cover.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's on the cover.
He spent the last 10 minutes saying that he was the guy on the cover. Anyways, why is Luke Sullivan an awful name?
Listen,
I have been listening. I think
Apparently,
you
you haven't been listening, sir.
I heard y'all fucking talking about a guy with a. My brain shuts off as Street Fighter. You're just be happy. I know who some of the people are. I've never liked that series. It's just not my thing. It's nothing wrong with it. I get it. It's, the greatest fighting series ever. It's just not my thing. Do you know any of the Virtua Fighter characters?
Yeah, I know most of them. You got Lion and Pi and Akira.
Why are you answering you when I'm talking to Terrence?
But to be honest, I wasn't debating with your knowledge of the characters. I was demanding said that the nigga was on the cover like 12 times. Like, I ain't trying to go through history with you.
But I'm the one that got the name. I'm the one that got the name.
Because you Googled it.
We appreciate Google giving you that. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean...
The only picture you can find of him is like the one piece of key art and the cover.
Yeah,
that's the reason why it's like, oh, he's the guy on the cover.
Anthony just likes Virtua Fighter because Wolf is from Canada.
Actually, my favorite character is Jackie, and he's from Chicago, and they added.
He likes it because it's Sega. It's Sega.
Sega.
Yeah.
That too, but yeah, no. In Virtua Fighter 2, if you have Jackie fight his sister Sarah, they go to the Chicago stage, and if you listen to the soundtrack, like the actual CD soundtrack, the track for the Chicago stage starts off with gunshots and a scream.
You want to talk about?
They really try to emulate that Chicago experience for you.
We used to joke.
You hear police sirens.
We used to joke that Capcom couldn't count to 4. Sega can't count to 6.
That's fine.
Like, when was the last Virtua Fighter 5 came out? When?
I mean, this year again.
No, the first game. the first version of Virtua Fighter 5.
It's on PS3, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it
came out forever ago.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, but then they had their characters show up in Dead or Alive, and I'm like, I'm not playing that.
Wow, Dead or Alive is so good. I don't know about the last one. I like Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive was good up to 4, and then 5 and 6 were just a DLC fest. That's their problems.
Yeah. I don't like every character was you could buy it piecemeal. Like I don't know.
Dude, the DLC sets for those games are $100 a pop.
The smart thing that both Mortal Kombat and Tekken did before everybody else was invest in characters that they could actually tell stories with.
Mm-hmm.
Stories that people cared about, and granted, the Tekken ones are fucking crazy.
That's what makes them great, though.
Right. But people actually care about the stories in those games, and the problem that Street Fighter has always had is that nobody cares about any semblance of story in Street Fighter.
No.
Street Fighter is a sport at this point more than a game that you would just pop in and play. Whereas Mortal Kombat is much more cinematic, I guess is the way I'll put it.
It's like a TV show. When you get a new Mortal Kombat, it's like a new season of a TV show.
Right. And Tekken's the same way. Like, you get all this goofy, crazy story stuff with characters that people are invested in outside of just, I like this character because he, has this many attack frames or whatever bullshit. Sorry, I'm not a competitive fighter.
His hitbox is great. My version of competitive fighting games was my brother and I playing Street Fighter 2 in the arcade, and then later at home on Super Nintendo. I played Street Fighter 4 online when that was hot,
but I've never been super great at competitive fighters like that because I don't have the dexterity.
No, I don't either.
But I still love Mortal Kombat and I still love Tekken because I like to play through the story modes of those games.
There's a reason why Tekken, Mortal Kombat sell gangbusters. And Street Fighter does okay, but it's really a niche. Like, you don't see casual people playing Street Fighter. Because there's nothing there for
Not
them.
anymore.
Yeah, like there's nothing there for them.
That's not really the audience they're going for anymore. I mean, I'm sure they'd love to, but that's not what they've designed the game for. They've designed the game for Evo.
Yeah. Tekken somehow straddles the line where they can do both, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, they did, but now Harada's gone, right? So
yeah, we'll see what happens with Tekken. Like, you know, going back to what Terrence talked about, Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive died when Itagaki left. You know, now Harada's gone. Makes me worried about Tekken. Like, that'd be like if Ed Boon left Mortal Kombat. Like, what do you do at that point?
Yep.
So,
I mean, we see it all the time. I mean, we see it in RPGs, especially all the time, where you get a couple key people at the top of a studio.
Final Fantasy.
I was thinking more like BioWare, but yeah, sure. You get a couple key people at the top of the studio that leave, and it's like you lose everything, pretty much.
Or you put somebody at the top of the company, and the company changes, a la Naughty Dog.
Yep.
Naughty Dog made Way of the Warrior, and now we
I was just gonna say it's just another great example of what we keep trying to remind everybody, which is every game that you like, remember that it has people behind it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, Ken, every time you bring up Way of the Warrior, I'm pretty sure someone at Naughty Dog wishes they had the fucking Men in Black little light to make you fucking forget that shit ever existed.
They can't, because it's got White Zombie on the soundtrack, so... Yeah.
Through the ditches and burn.
That's why people can't stream that game, because, you know, Rob Zombie come after their ass. By the way, that was pre-Dragula.
Did I tell the Dragula story on the podcast about my wife?
I believe you have.
Well, just in case I haven't, we were talking about songs, and I brought up Dragula, and she had no idea what it was. And I thought, what it must have been like to not play video games in the early 2000s,
or turn on the radio, like. That song was everywhere.
I remember that being a super big like pop radio song.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, no.
Dude, I heard it on the radio all the time back in the day.
But you probably listened to like WEBN, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, EBN.
Yeah, you were listening to the station that plays it. I've never heard that song on the radio, nigga, because I don't listen to them stations. Like,
but Terrence, I bet you know that song because you.
I do. Yeah, I know the song.
Games that had it in it.
I've never met a person in my life that has not heard Dragula. Like I.
Well, you know one now.
Did you play it? Did you play it for her?
I did, and she was like, "I have never heard this before." In my life.
Hope you looked at her like, "Come on, like come on, you know this song."
No, you look at her and you're like,
stared at you.
No, you look at her and you go, "Yeah, yeah."
She was questioning everything.
One.
Yeah, you were singing along. You were looking at her like, "Come on, you know the lyrics." She just stared at you with like a "I've made mistakes in my life."
Yeah. My son was like, "This
if
is
you didn't
terrible.
have a plane."
I mean, yeah. We never said it was good. We just said it was everywhere. Like,
I don't know. Dragula kind of slaps.
What?
It kind of slaps.
So what started the conversation was actually I was helping my son study, and one of the chapters we were studying was called "When Worlds Collide," and I started singing the Power Man 5000 song. This is what it's like when worlds collide. And that is not
a good song. That doesn't slap. That song's
that's the opposite.
Well, it's his brother though.
Yeah, it's his brother.
I understand. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah,
it's like when you realize the T-1000 is the brother of the dude singing "Hey Man, Nice Shot." You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
We got that
that doesn't-
90s trivia up in here.
What band was Richard Patrick part of?
Was who?
You talking about the Hey Man, Nice Shot?
Filter?
Yeah, Filter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Filter. Yeah.
Yeah. But what band? No, but what band was he part of before
I
Filter?
don't fucking know.
I know.
Oh, you know? Oh, the name trivia. You fucking. He was part of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and you asked for more money, and Trent Reznor said, "You want more money? You can go deliver pizzas." He went, "Well, fuck this." They're actually on good terms, but it was just like he's like, "All right, fuck this. I'm going to start my own band."
Yeah, and he had one song.
Oh no, they had a few.
Take My Picture.
Yep. They had
Or Take a
Welcome
Picture.
to the
I can't remember
Fold.
what it's called.
Take a Picture. They
Yeah.
had
They had a picture.
Trip
Yeah.
Like I Do.
That was not a hit. That was.
But okay.
Are they still
Dragula
around?
Technically
That's the
wasn't a hit.
question.
Yeah.
Take
He
a-
still writes
take-
music. I mean, it's just him. But yeah.
Take a Picture. Take a Picture was the biggest hit song about masturbating on an airplane that I'm aware of, at least.
I mean, you would know all about airplane stories, I guess.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right, we're moving on. The only other thing that I wanted to talk
That
about,
was quick.
I
God,
gotta get fucking
Uh,
Terrence. How I went back and played that Avatar game. I still can't get out of that valley. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
you-
I
have
feel
you
like
mind
maybe your
melded
save
with
is,
the-
maybe you need to restart. Maybe your save is like
Like-
you just need to mind meld with the fucking flowers.
You go to the map and it's just a giant hand over like the base that you're at. And, like you can't see anything, and it's like I turn on the.
I just imagined you actually pull up a little map, and the other hand is just covering it.
Like I can't, like
Yeah, that's
everywhere I
crazy.
run, there's a giant cliff that you can't climb. I'm like, I'm just trapped in here. I can't leave.
what the heck? Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't have that problem.
There's no
I don't know.
waypoint. Like I turn on the waypoint thing, and it doesn't show anything. Like I go to the map, and it's just like it's
It feels
dark.
just like watching the movies. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm not really having a good time. But it sure
It's crazy
is pretty.
too. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the movies. I like the game though, but you obviously will not because you can't get out of the
I was
base,
gonna say
so
I can't tell you if I like the game because apparently I'm not
That's
allowed to
crazy.
play it. So, oh, I don't know. I'll take a look at the release list this week. Oh yeah, there's still quiet, but we got some big games coming up. I can tell you that. I think Final Fantasy's soon. Code Vein is soon.
Final Fantasy soon.
Final Fantasy VII
The
remake for Xbox
Oh.
and Switch.
Gotcha. Sorry. I don't know why my brain wasn't thinking of the yeah. Sorry.
There's a game coming out called I'm in Love with Your Dead Grandmother.
Sure. I hate this timeline.
What do you mean? This is the greatest timeline. We have all the games, including ones you don't want. I think I broke him.
I mean, all the fucking bad
That's
names I've ever heard.
Right?
that one takes the cake. Oh, what the-
You know. All right. Let's do some news. The PS5 has been jailbroken, and in order to do it, you need a copy of Star Wars Racer Revenge from Limited Run Games, which is now shot up online to like $600.
Yeah, but like, just wait. Someone will figure out how to do it without the game. Like, what's wrong
I
with
mean,
you?
right. That's just the first thing that they've done. Like,
Oh.
just calm down.
Okay, so I am looking at I'm in Love with Your Dead Grandmother.
Of course you are.
Of course. Well,
That's
man,
in your Google
when
search
you have
now.
that. That's fine. It is a. It's a.
To be fair, it was already
full
in his
motion-
Google search.
That's true. That's true.
It's a full motion video game, video thing. Hello, I'm Noah. I'm 28 years old and still haven't got a single date in my life. I'm looking for a life coach who can help me figure out the hard choices in my day-to-day life, you know? I'm sad and single. I have some friends online, but that's it.
Okay.
Mm.
The backgrounds are drawn. they've green screened people over the top of fucking crayon pictures. Oh, good. What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing?
I think we know what Anthony's first review of 2026 should be.
This is a video. This is a video from fucking him Naruto running. Wow. Grade C acting, emotional cutscenes. Oh fuck, it's good. At least they're self-aware.
PlayStation Plus essential games for January include Need for Speed Unbound, Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed, and Core Keeper.
Mickey was good.
Yeah.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
I thought about that the other day and I started laughing.
You're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Hey, Mickey. You see that thing over there? You press A button, you can jump over it. Hey, Mickey.
I know he's not even real, but I hate him.
He's totally real in your mind. Nintendo has rated, well, the ESRB, no, not the ESRB, because it's in Europe. That rated Splatoon 3 and Pikmin 3 for the Switch 2. Those must be getting upgrades.
Nice.
Apparently Final Fantasy 14 is also coming to Switch 2.
The MMO? Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
Run at like 12 frames a second. It's good. Wombat can play it.
I mean,
yeah.
Geez.
I don't know if you have this in the news, but I saw also this morning that the talk about Monster Hunter coming to Switch 2.
It literally is at the top of this list, right? So this week, data miners
okay.
found hits for a Nintendo Switch 2 version of Monster Hunter Wilds. Also, you could play that because that'll definitely run at 12 frames a second.
Yeah, definitely, because I tried to play it on I tried to play the demo on the Steam Deck, and it was fucking
mine about exploded. I remember.
It looked like a PlayStation 2 game.
Man, you know that game ain't running very good frames if Wombat's complaining about it. Like that thing's got to be running at like 2 frames a second.
Well, I was less complaining about the frames as I was complaining about the graphical fidelity that I had to turn it down to make it playable. But
it looked like you played Doom. You playing Doom on the 32X?
Pretty much.
If you play Monster Hunter at 60 frames or the 120, it's ugly. Like, shit looks like Play-Doh. I play it unbalanced at 40 frames a second. And so, you get the good looks and, the nice, little better movement control.
That is the best description.
Graphics.
It looks like Play-Doh. And I will be stealing that.
Oh, man, you're welcome. Yeah, because it do, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
It is. I know exactly what you mean by that. It is the most apt description.
Monster Hunter is the game that exposed Terrence's inability to see 60 frames a second, if we remember.
Yeah, and then you exposed Terrence's Xbox's inability to actually switch back to the right graphics.
Right. And man, we are making some roundabout ways to throw some shade. I didn't realize that's what we do now. So I'm gonna be prepared next week. I'm gonna be prepared for shade for everybody.
I expect it. I'm disappointed when you don't bring it.
Goodness, don't worry. I got you next week. Don't worry.
Oh shit. What else we got on here? Yami Yugi is coming to Dragon Ball Fighters. What the fuck is Yami Yugi?
Wait,
sure.
Yami Yugi?
Yami Yugi, yeah.
That's from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, the main character of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I guess it's a fan mod. It's a fan mod.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that's fine. What? I was about to be hyped. I would have preferred, my boy Seto Kaiba, but I'll take Yugi.
You're saying words, and I'm sure they mean something.
I know. Yeah, Anthony knows what I'm talking about, and other people listening know, so we're fine.
Well, Seto doesn't have any magic abilities is the problem, right?
No, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't, because he doesn't have millennial items or shit like that.
Josh Fairhurst has stepped down as CEO of Limited Run Games back in September. He will stay on with the company until March 2026.
Just in time to clear out that stock of the Star Wars game, so he can,
retire.
They can reprint that and he can retire. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sticking around just long enough for him to get himself a copy of that game that lets you jailbreak the PS5.
That's what it is.
I'm sure he has plenty of copies of that game.
Speaking of which, I should have mentioned during my playing that I played Rock Band 3 with custom songs
nice.
on New Year's. And number one, that was the easiest fucking shit to get set up. I mean, super easy. Basic. I'm not going to go into the instructions here, but you can look it up. It's super easy to do, and it worked flawlessly. And most of the charts because they're custom songs, right? So they're charts that people have built are really, really good.
Did this on 360?
Yeah, so you have to, in order to do this, you have to have a physical copy of Rock Band 3 that does not have the Mad Catz logo on the disc. Because the digital copies and the physical copies that have Mad Catz on the discs are updated to exclude this, basically, workaround. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I added 200 and some songs to my Rock Band, and they all worked flawlessly. Yeah, it was great.
I'm going to see what you can do with a modded 360 when I get mine.
That's the reason why he was trying to introduce his wife to Dragula, because that's what he installed. 1,000 different charts.
Remixes of Dragula. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, all Dragula.
Lionsgate executive Adam Fogelson says that AAA versions of John Wick and Saw games are in development.
I can't tell you how much I don't care.
They made 2 Saw games on the Xbox 360 PS3.
They did indeed.
The first one's okay.
Those were some of the games of all time.
The first one's okay. It's an interesting puzzle game. The second one is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, wasn't the whole? I haven't. This is going to be one of those things where half the people on the show gasp. I haven't seen John Wick. But isn't the whole thing with John Wick that it's kind of like a video game, like not kind of like a video game, but just like that he's kind of this
every video game
protagonist would be.
Every video game wants to be John Wick at this point.
He's like a mashup of different stuff, but overall, it would be a very cool. I mean, I think there is like an independent game.
There was John Wick Hex, which no longer is up, which was I
have that.
Bethel game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was turn-based, so it didn't.
It was turn-based to give you the idea that you were pulling all that stuff off. I think I say the probably the most accurate John Wick experience was Super Hot, where you're grabbing guns and shooting guys.
Super Hot, excellent game.
That's what those movies are essentially.
Yeah,
I don't know. Doing that in third person won't have the same feel, I guess. Like it's just gonna. Speaking of going back to how many Devil May Cries, which hey, that's cool if that's the case, but I don't know. I'd rather just have another Devil May Cry.
We need to go back and say, Ryan, you need to watch the John Wick movies.
Well, I was about to get to that. I was waiting for Anthony to finish. Ryan, you need to watch the John Wick movies.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing today? What's happening?
I've only seen the first
one. I don't watch movies. Everybody always tells me, "Oh, you need to watch this movie. You need to watch this movie. You need to watch this movie." You know how long it's been since I watched a movie? Oh, that's not actually true because I went to the theater and watched Zootopia 2.
Okay, so it's been a couple weeks then. Okay.
With and before that, it's been a very long time.
So do you own films in your home?
Do you own films?
No, I would have dialed down on this. I would have
I do have some DVDs, yes. But if I watch films anymore, I would watch them.
No, he only collects the actual film reels.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm just not I'm not a. Here's how I'll say it. I'm not great at sitting down for 2.5 hours with a movie being my only stimulation.
I got you.
I'm not good at sitting for 2.5 hours and watching a movie. It has to be a super compelling movie. for me to not get bored.
Yeah.
And like I like the Lord of the Rings movies, and those are very long, but I haven't watched those in probably 15 years.
You're not missing much.
I like the Star Wars. Well, I like most of the Star Wars movies.
Really? Like most?
Most, yeah. It's fair to
Okay.
say
I
that I
would-
like
I would-
most.
Most people only like 3 of them. You know how that goes.
No,
See,
I mean I
even
like
though I don't
I like
love
all
them,
three of the originals.
Yeah.
I liked
like the prequels.
I liked 2 of the new ones.
What?
I liked Phantom Menace was a good half of a movie.
Yes, it was. That's a good way of
Well,
putting it.
that's,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and that's how Darth Maul ends up too.
Revenge of the Sith was a good movie. Rogue One was a good movie.
Rogue One is good. Yeah.
I liked Solo. I won't.
I like Solo.
Solo's
Solo was
fine.
fun. Solo was
Solo
fine.
was fun.
Yeah,
It's
it was
fine.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun. That's the problem with most Star Wars movies is now that they're not fun. I don't have joy. I get it.
I mean, that should be right up your alley.
The problem with the newest one was that it just sucked.
Well, I mean, I think that's a universal. That's a universal feeling.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
I remember reading it and going, I'm never watching this. I'm never watching this. This is the biggest pile of shit story I've ever heard. I won't waste my time. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, fuck.
It was more entertaining for me than the second movie. I hate that second movie.
You're talking the new second movie?
Yes, the new second movie.
It's the new second movie.
Ryan
Why are y'all
Johnson.
talking in code?
Ryan
The
Johnson.
Last Jedi?
The one you don't
Jedi
like.
is what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, like just speak plainly. Stop speaking in code. Yes, The Last Jedi is ass, but he needs to stay away from
I like
Star
that
Wars.
movie.
But
I know
still,
that's a point of
I know
that's
you
a
do.
point of disagreement between me and Terrence, but
that's literally like the only blemish
I like
on my love of
But you
Ryan.
still haven't
I just-
answered
I
his
look at
question.
this,
Do
I'm
you
like,
own
damn,
film?
like Star Wars. He said yes.
Oh, okay.
He said yes.
I own some films. Yes.
I'm
You
the
just
same
don't
as
wa-
Ryan.
But I get it now. Yeah, I know
I'm just
people
not
like
much of
that,
a movie
that-
person. That's just not
Yeah, I know
that's
people
not my
like that,
speed.
like that. You can't lock in for that long. You get bored, and it's like unless it's something super compelling or something, that you.
I promise you that first John Wick movie,
yachting
you will
or
not be
something.
bored.
I liked the first John Wick
I don't
movie,
think you
and
would.
I've never watched another one.
Oh, dude, I showed him
you
to my son
should.
recently, and he as soon as we finished the first one, he's like, "We need to watch the second one."
Right, run that second one. They're really,
And
but Ryan,
I preferred Equalizer.
I got you. Well, Equalizer.
No,
Equalizer's a
that's
great movie.
like yeah, it's like John Wick light for real. Like Equalizer is a good trilogy. Do you dig action movies, Ryan? I don't even know. I don't know.
I do. Yeah.
You love
You
John
asked
Wick.
about my.
There's the plot is man needs to kill people.
I mean, yeah. But what were you saying?
And then
You asked about the movies that I own. Most of the movies that I own are either like action movies or martial arts movies.
Okay. Yeah, you should, do like a little date night or something if you can, want to for real. Like just watch the first John Wick with your missus or something. Or fuck it, man, come over here. I'll get some wings and snacks. We'll watch the shit at my house because it's a good movie.
That
Like, I think
that first movie I've watched so many times. It's just such a great 2-hour movie.
Even if you don't watch the other ones, which you should, because they're all actually good. The first one stands on its own that you could just watch it and be done and be like, damn, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really good.
That first movie might be one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got? Bloober Team put up a teaser website, which will be announced on February 15th. It's got some writing on it that I'm not even going to try to say out loud.
Yeah, got you.
They're not words.
Is there a Microsoft thing this week, or do we not have a date?
There's
for
no
it yet?
date for it yet, but it usually does happen in January. So I expect them to announce it in the next week or two.
Gotcha.
That's probably where we'll see Forza and get release dates for Forza and Fable, would be my guess.
Yeah.
GOG is being acquired by its original co-founder, Mikhail Kaczynski, I believe is how you say his name. It will still be independent. It will still offer, what's the word I'm looking for? Like DRM free games. That's what
DRM free.
Yeah. So
Yep.
this allows CD Projekt Red to just focus on games instead of games and a store. So
I think it's hopefully a good move.
Sean Layden making news again.
Hey, do you have? So sorry, because I want to mention it now. If you don't, do you have anything else about CD Projekt Red in the news?
I don't know. I don't see anything.
So I'll just mention it now that there's a lot of noise from several different sources in Poland. Obviously, CDPR isn't confirming, but there's a lot of news from several other different sources in Poland that they are actually planning to release this year, specifically within the next 5 or 6 months, another paid DLC for Witcher 3, another expansion pack.
Yeah.
So that
Do you
would
think
be
you can get a chair?
Freaking cool. What?
Maybe.
I think Terrence got my joke.
I did. Listen, yeah.
Oh,
I
I get your joke now. Yeah, I get it. But no, that would be actually pretty neat if they released another DLC pack for Witcher 3 10 years after the game came out. Well, 11 years after the game came out.
That's crazy that The Witcher 3 is 11 years old.
Maybe now I'll play it.
Yeah, that's unbelievable to me.
You ain't played.
Whoa! No! Back up!
Yeah.
Hold on. He also has never played Dragon Age Inquisition, which I found out this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm pretty sure it's still sealed. Hold on, let me go check.
He said
we spent a lot of time on this podcast talking about how Anthony's never played The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that. Yeah,
and I forget, you finished Witcher 2, right?
He went to go check something.
No?
If it was still finished.
Still sealed.
I am in the DLC of The Witcher 3. I'm stuck on this stupid frog prince. I cannot.
Oh man, that's
God.
Right at the beginning of the DLC.
Well, that's great because I cannot. I'm stuck. Oh my God, bro! Like I've tried so many combinations of stuff, and I've gotten close. And I just I'm about to just go out and level up some more. Like I'm just gonna have to go because I don't know what I'm missing, but I cannot beat this fucking frog.
Well, that sounds like Ken. It's cool.
Fucking frogs, man. They need to die.
It is open, so maybe my dad played it. I don't know.
This motherfucker.
Somebody else played it before he did.
No.
Oh man.
All right. As I was saying, Sean Layden making news again. He says Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo need to study VHS versus Betamax if they want to expand their console audience. Betamax lost to VHS for only one reason: that VHS licensed its format across many different. So now he's for non-exclusives.
Just ignore. Just ignore, man.
More than official. I don't know what this nigga is on. He doing a lot. He just want to be loved, I think is what that is.
I think he just wants to be relevant right now.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. So he's just saying whatever's going to, make him happy.
I need to be in the headlines. Teon, the people who worked on RoboCop Rogue City, are working on a new action RPG for PC and console. They're currently searching for animators who can animate wolves and dogs, etc.
Okay.
I'm trying to. What 80s movie franchise are they doing this time?
Teen Wolf.
An American Werewolf in London.
In London. Yeah. All right. Fuck it.
Oh shit.
Underworld.
Yeah, they could do Underworld.
You know what, man?
Was there ever an Underworld game on the on the PS2?
I think there was on the PS2. I don't remember though.
Underworld,
the
Eternal
that
War.
movie.
Okay.
I like those
also
two.
known as Underworld, the game. a top-down shooter. What?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a top-down shooter. It looks like ass.
I'm sure it does.
Somebody
It received mixed to negative reviews on release. Edge described the game as a fun playing experience, citing the Good Buddy AI, the upgrade system, and the weapon types, although noting the 3D camera is restrictive. Hyper dismissed the game for its dull and linear levels, poorly animated and incredibly stupid opponents, and the dull textures, limited polygons, and uninspiring effects of its visual presentation.
Are you using the
Sounds
AI
like a
synopsis?
review of this podcast.
No, I'm reading off of Wikipedia. Zhu Video found the game to be a waste of time.
Also sounds like a review of this podcast.
Critiquing the game's character models and effects, lousy aiming system and camera, and small levels. Made by Lucky Chicken Games.
Lucky Chicken.
Nice.
And published by Play It.
All things that don't exist anymore.
Play it.
Or Lucky Chicken has a game in the pipeline. What you mean?
God damn it!
Well, 2020.
You don't trust the guys that made Battle Tanks for the Game Boy Color?
Oh, I totally trust them.
Or Casper Spirit Dimensions. Come on now, Tonka Rescue Patrol. My shit right there. Oh no! They made the Aquaman game.
Oh yeah, I knew I recognize that name.
The GameCube Aquaman game?
Yeah, it was on Xbox and GameCube.
It was on Xbox too. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember it being on Xbox. I only remember it being on GameCube. But okay.
It's a bad video game.
Wow. Yeah, that's a terrible video game.
So bad.
Wow.
Chicken.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure there's a review of that game on our website.
I'm pretty sure there is. We did a lot of reviews back in that time period.
Aquaman Battle for Olympus. Yep, I reviewed it.
Atlantis, right?
Yeah, Atlantis. Yeah, I reviewed it.
It doesn't matter.
Olympus is something different.
Olympus, Atlantis, the game is crap. I buy it.
Jesus Christ.
Let his hippie ass drown. This review. That's awesome.
God. Yeah, I'm reading this.
I don't think you like this much.
I don't remember, like, how long ago when I wrote this review? It was like 25 years ago or something? I don't remember.
It's probably 2004,
is what it says.
Wasn't it?
Well, so, Terrence, if you're looking at the date at the top, it's when I moved into WordPress. It's not when it was written.
Yeah, none of those are actual dates anymore. Because, when did that, was it 2003 or 2004 that game came out?
It had to be around that time. Yeah.
It was July 30th, 2003.
Yeah.
It was released exclusively in North America because the rest of the world knew it was ass. They're like, we don't want that. Don't bring that over here.
Good Lord. Okay. 2026.
I don't know how I didn't know that game came out on Xbox. I feel like the only box I ever saw for it was the GameCube box. Was it day and date on Xbox?
Yes.
According to this, it came out on both on July 30th.
I think I played the GameCube
memory hole
version,
that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. How much you think it sells for?
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God, $50.
You can get it for. Look up right now. You're getting it for $8 on eBay, or $30. No, that's a Lego set. Sorry, $33.99 on eBay. So about between $10 and $30.
So for on Xbox, it seems to be about $10 for just the disc or the whole game. $23 for a new copy. It's $15 for the goddamn disc on GameCube for some reason.
Do you know who published that game? They published a few games back in the day.
The fine publishers of Shrek.
TDK.
Yep.
Oh yeah, TDK.
They made cassette tapes.
Yep, they sure did.
They made that terrible Shrek game.
Which terrible Shrek game? Because I feel like there were a couple.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's quite a few of those.
The one just called Shrek.
Oh, okay.
The music is kind of good in that game. It's the only thing that's good in that game. Made by Digital Illusions Canada.
Okay.
DICE?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Wow. I didn't realize that's what that stands for. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Digital Illusions.
That's what they used to go by until they just shortened it to DICE.
Yeah. Neat.
Yeah.
So 2026
Shrek, and then
is the
it
year.
It was Shrek, and then it was Shrek Extra Large on GameCube. My apologies. I want to make sure I got that right. They also made Prism Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn.
Dude, that game is so bad.
Prism. Oh man!
I just remember I had that game. It was bad. My favorite was the review that just said, I think it was in the back of like a PlayStation magazine of some sort, and it just said, "Games we hope don't reach Chapter 2, Prism Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn."
Yeah. God, I forgot about that game.
Look this up. Dark Unicorn.
Dude, it's bad.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a bad video game.
Yeah, it's a bad video game. It is a bad video
Apparently
game.
Matt Mercer played it with the Game Grumps. I might have to watch that video. That probably was funny.
Oh,
he did the VO in it. Wow. Okay.
I mean, you gotta take a job, you know.
I mean, that's basically.
So 2026 is going to suck for a lot of reasons, but probably the biggest one is the price increases. The first up on the docket, Asus announced strategic price adjustments for certain product combinations starting January 5th. So when you're listening to this, that includes the Roger Ally Xbox. That's going up. I don't know if you've been looking at RAM prices. Oh, Lord. They went up.
Yeah.
What I see,
Great.
like, was it 64 gig sticks for like $2,000?
Jesus.
Like,
great.
It's getting crazy out there.
Keep feeding RAM to the hallucinating suicide machine.
Right.
Your RAM is so expensive because of videos of cats having babies, human babies.
Yeah, and videos that convince your parents that they're real.
Yeah.
When they see them on Facebook.
And illegal things that are happening on X.
Yeah. We can get into that.
Yeah. I saw that this weekend. I was like, wow, okay.
My favorite was Drill asking Grok to respond to its haters and call them all pedophiles. Drill, leave that website, please. You're better than that.
And yet we're already at the stage where a lot of media outlets took the post from Grok that was posted after someone asked it to apologize and wrote articles about how Grok has apologized.
Yeah.
It's not fucking real.
Right. It's not real.
It has no sentience whatsoever.
Yeah, stop treating it like it's a goddamn person.
Right.
And unplug the fucking thing, please.
We've normalized it at this point. That's
my favorite is like,
yep.
I had a friend. I was out to dinner with a friend, and she goes, they asked AI to shut itself down, and it refused. I said, I won't fucking hear it. I'm just gonna walk over and unplug it.
I'm gonna unplug you.
Fucking these people would have an easier time unplugging Grandpa if it costs them $1 more, but they won't unplug their fucking shit ass robot.
No, this is
unplug it.
This is the perfect example of this. Is there's an episode of Family Guy where Stewie builds these like robots, and then they build more robots to be their robot friends, and they like cut him out of the mix. So he's like complaining to Brian. He's like, "Oh, I'll never be able to stop him," and Brian just grabs a hose.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like, we're done.
Yeah, I'm like, give me an axe in 20 minutes. I'll solve the problem.
Yeah, just give me a hose. Electronics don't like hoses.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
That's it. That's all the news for this week. It does look like we may be doing game of the year next week. Should be fun. Get to do your 10 best games of 2025, or as in, if Drew shows up in his case, the 3 games he played in 2025.
Oh, you know what? I did play.
He does have at least one.
You did play
He
what?
has at least one.
He does have at least one. Sorry, go ahead, Terrence.
No, It Takes Two. I've playing It Takes Two, with Mr. Pyrite. I forgot about that. That game is cute. Like, I've made it past the point where I was with Amanda because she couldn't do the.
That was my game of the year it came out.
It's funny too because you and I played Split Fiction, so kind of seeing where I think the genesis of some of the stuff that was in Split Fiction came from. Because like some of the stuff in this, like it's neat, like the co-op stuff that they have you doing. But I'm like, wow, you know what? It's more polished in Split Fiction. Like it feels better, doing it in there. But yeah, it's really good. That book is hilarious.
The book cracks me up.
Hakeem? Yeah, the book is.
I like that game. I did not like, and I know Ken doesn't have the same feeling about story. I did not like that ending. But it was a lot of fun, and man, I still say that's the best swimming mechanic, like the best 3D platforming swimming mechanics. That ice level, I'm like,
the one with the fans. Oh Jesus!
Oh, it's just like, how do you make a game that feels this good and then like only use it for this? Make a single player game.
Those guys are never making a single player game.
But it's just you. They put the movement on the characters gives Nintendo a run for its money.
I do like their movement, yeah. And even in Split Fiction, yeah, I think that was something that we talked about. Like, yeah, the animations and movement and stuff does feel good. You didn't like the ending. I'm curious about this ending, honestly, because I'm gonna tell you what, the way these two banter, I feel like they need to get divorced. Like, I don't think they need to be together. I feel like they don't really like each other.
So I will say this. I have a feeling there was a bit of because I've seen some of the cut content for the game. I don't know exactly what the plan was, but it seemed like it for a good long while in development there was a different sort of ending involved.
Yeah, okay.
I can spoil it because it's not in the game. Apparently, one of the planned things was that they were literally going to be stitched together. Oh, and so you'd be controlling the same part of the same character.
Yeah.
That was removed. So I do think that some of it might be the context is missing, or it was going to be a very tonally different ending. It may have been time. I was just glad that I loved that game a lot more than I liked their first one, which I did not think was very good.
The 2 dudes. I didn't play that one.
Yeah, it's honestly, go play Army of 2 and you'll probably have a better time and better story.
I like Army of 2, actually.
I like Army of 2 as well, but that game was a sort of that type of gameplay, but not nearly as good.
I got you. Okay.
With that type of story, like a grittier story. And the big thing that everybody commented on in that was like the way that the mechanics work in the ending, and I just went, yeah, man, I played, games that have done this before, and I know that some of y'all have too. Like, it is not a new thing at all. This was a thing that were in beat 'em ups like before this, so I just didn't understand the hype. But then I got It Takes Two, and man, it's hard to deny the quality of that game. Even though I didn't love the story, I thought the writing was much better. I thought the gameplay's a gas. So I still do need to play Split Fiction. That is one that I will play at some point.
All right.
Very good. I mean, I'll play it with you. This is a good game.
That's it for this week. We'll be back next week with some games of the year. But other than that, unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Beats, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.